Goeienaand. Good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And South Africa has hit the jackpot again, but not in a good way, unfortunately. South Africa is officially the most dangerous place in the world for solo women travellers to visit. Not a good thing for tourism, I'm afraid. I'll show you a couple of charts in a second, but let's hear what they have to say. Women Danger Index evaluated 8 risk factors including homicide rates. UK was the 40th safest out of 50 most visited destinations across the globe, and Spain was deemed the safest country in the world, just ahead of Singapore. But South Africa not so good. South Africa has been deemed the most dangerous country in the world for solo women travellers to visit, but America is the worst in the West. The Women's Danger Index, based on the 50 most visited destinations across the globe, evaluated 8 crucial risk factors. These included whether or not women feel safe walking alone at night, homicide rates, and gender inequality. The study, by travel bloggers Ashley and Alaric Ferguson, found South Africa was one of the worst for violence against women by non-partners, homicides, and how safe women feel walking alone at night. Thailand is the worst in the Far East, a region popular with backpackers overall, and the worst for attitudes towards violence against women. And the 8 factors including safe to walk alone at night, South Africa was the worst. Intentional homicide of women, South Africa was the worst. Non-partner sexual violence or rape, South Africa was the worst. And that's 3 out of 8 of the different categories. America came out worst in the West for its homicide rates, non-partner sexual violence, and intimate partner violence. When you look at individual risk factors, Australia was rated second worst for non-partner sexual violence, reflected in a recent survey which found that 1 in 7 young Australians say rape is justified if women change their mind. Now, that Australian one does surprise me, but hey, that's what they're saying. While countries in the Middle East such as Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Iran come top for countries which discriminated against women as far as their role in society go, Croatia, despite being one of the poorest European countries, is rated one of the safest countries in the world just to walk the streets. The 8 factors were safe to walk alone at night, intentional homicide of women, non-partner sexual violence or rape, intimate partner violence, legal discrimination, global gender gap, gender inequality, and violence against women by attitude. And just in closing, the UK came out 40th of the 50 in the danger list with a marginally higher rate for safe to walk alone at night, other than the 7 factors. Spain is deemed the safest country of the world, just ahead of Singapore and Ireland. Bloggers Ashley and Lyric said of the Danger Index, to measure safety abroad, one cannot look at only data on street safety, rape or violence. It also depends on the general attitude of the culture, minutiae of the legal system, and systematic oppression of local women. These issues can affect everything from easily getting a taxi alone, to having your voice be heard in a conversation, to even needing a male escort for your personal safety. A lot on our list, such as attitudes toward partner violence, may not affect solo female travellers directly, but these factors are a good indication of overall attitudes within the culture. And just for the record, Australia didn't do terribly well. It came, out of the 50 countries, it came number 29. So it was going to the better part of the list, but countries like Greece and the Czech Republic and Denmark were safer for a single woman than Australia, which is interesting, very interesting. All right, guys, here comes the chart. You can have a look at the South Africa's position, its honourable position for travellers, single female travellers coming to South Africa.